What's up, everybody? My name's Parasite. Welcome back to the Jose Mourinho Challenge with Sporting. Today, we play Porto in the league and Bayern Munich in the second leg of the first knockout round of the Champions League. We have a one-goal advantage over Bayern, but we are going to Germany. So we're playing the away leg, and so we do just need a win or a draw, but it's not going to be easy. Bayern are obviously very good. The Allianz Arena is a tough place to play, so I'm quietly confident we can win this match, or at least draw this match and get through to the quarterfinals. But it's kind of going to be dependent on how we play against Porto. We've not done anything really since the last saw you. We've only played one game. Nothing's really happened in the team, and we had our second loss of the season. It wasn't in the league though, so we're still unbeaten in the league. It was in the Liga Portugal semifinal, first leg against Boa Vista. Competition I don't really care about that much, and we had this Porto match coming up, so I wanted to rotate. I rotated probably a little bit more than I should have because we were just not very good. We were better. We were still the better team, but it wasn't significant. And they took their chances. We didn't. So we lost 2-1. I brought in some big guns there towards the end. Vinagre, Gonzalez, Orloth, and they didn't really make much of an impact. So, yeah, just a frustrating game. We started Oscar Gonzalez, the young striker, Mexican striker regen, and he was just awful. So, yeah, probably shouldn't do that. But yeah, this Porto match, obviously much more important. And this Bayern Munich match, much more important. So I'm not too fussed about that result. The only problem I really have with it is just it stopped our winning run. But you know what? It wasn't the first team. So hopefully the first team is still going to play well. And the full first team is going to be available for this Porto match. And we're going to play them. We can't afford to slip up in the league. Even though I want a strong team for the Bayern match, I'm going to rest the players. Hopefully they don't get injured today or in training, but you know what? I need to play the strongest squad I can. So, Sesko Sorloth up top, Tabata, Gonzalez Nunez, Polina, and the normal back line, Ruan starting in there next to Inacio. I mean, I looked at some of their numbers, and everyone's playing pretty well. Sesko has just gone on another level. Last year, he had 12 goals from 21 appearances. This year, he has 24 goals from 21 appearances. 8.13 average rating. Sesko, bit good. And even Sorloth is scoring at a pretty high rate. He had 16 and 26 last year. He has 14 and 17 this year with 6 assists. So everyone's really stepping up and playing really well. So, yeah, I'm really happy about that. Even in the Champions League, most of the players are stepping up. So, this has been a pretty good season. We just need to, continue in this same vein of form because now is where you do not want to slip up. The games get bigger. They get more important as you get towards the end of the season. So, you know what? We need to play our best football. And that starts today against Porto. Let's show it. Let's set ourselves up pretty well, in good form, for that big Bayern Munich Champions League match. We're favorites for a reason. Go out there and make sure they're left in no doubt as to why. This is a big rivalry match, and nobody wants to lose it. This means everything to the fans. Go and make them proud. 26 minutes, we have a corner. Tabata to put it in. Back post. Can't quite win it, but Pedro Gonzalez is going to pick it up. Eventually, there he goes. Finds Gonzalo Inacio, starting to retreat back to his center back position. Tabata, Sorloth, nice ball through to Sesko. Tight angle, though. He's going to have to go to the byline and look to pull it back. Not a great job, though. I mean, he didn't really get much help from Aguilar. He just didn't really have any sort of movement to try to open up space. But we do get the ball back and look to recycle it. Down this left-hand side. Berben Johansson going to put it in. Sesko's going to head it down to Tabata. I think that's a goal. First, I thought maybe somebody was going to be offside, but it doesn't look like it, and we get a goal. 27 minutes in, Sesko heads it down to Tabata, and we've got a lead. Big. Berben Johansson, nice ball in. I mean, he's never going to go for goal there. Like, he never has a chance to score there, but a nice header down to Tabata in a good spot, and he does not make the mistake. He hasn't scored nearly as many goals this year as he has in years past. That is actually his first league goal this season, but he's assisting a lot still, so I mean, I'm fine with it. Our strikers are scoring so much, we really don't need goals from elsewhere, which is very unlike previous seasons. This might be Porto's first highlight, though. They're going to be playing from the throw-in. Tony Martinez is going to look for Chancel and Mbimba out on the right-hand side. Not a natural fullback, but a good cross nonetheless. Martinez's shot is blocked, and it falls rather fortuitously to Conceição, who heads it into an empty net. And we're back even. They haven't done anything, and they still get a goal. That's frustrating. And Mbimba, not the best cross, but he finds a man at the back post. Taremi heads it down. Martinez actually hits off a defender, and literally, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 of our players in the box, one of theirs, and it falls to their player. Awesome. It looks like we're going to go halftime 1-1, unless there's a goal here. We have a throw-in, the last highlight of the first half, and it's going to at least start with Porto. Mehdi Taremi, who headed that across, is going to go for goal, and he's not going to put it in the corner. That's going to be how the first half ends. 1-1 in a game where it was pretty even. I mean, shots on target, pretty even. XG, pretty significant to us, but 4 half chances to 1. So, a little frustrating that we're drawing right now, but 71% possession. Still, don't care. I don't care if they have 100%. Okay, I don't want them to have 100%. I don't care if they have 99% possession. If in that 1% we scored a goal, I'm fine with it. But performance, not good enough. We looked alright, but still not good enough. We need more possession in the second half. I'm disappointed with what I've seen so far. I've never been one to gripe too much about possession stats, but over 70% is ridiculous. You cannot let that happen. If they have the ball that much, with their quality, they will score. And we're going to need it at some point. We need to up our urgency. Our pressing has been lazy and sloppy. And that cannot happen against this team in a match of this magnitude. We need to kick it up in the second half. 75th minute, literally nothing has happened. It's been a pretty awful second half from really both teams. I mean, our performances, for the most part, have been terrible. Mateus Nunes is coming off. He's been awful. Who's that? Bergman Johansson? No, it's Ignacio on a 6.3. He's so inconsistent. Like, he'll either be dominant or just absolutely atrocious. Bergman Johansson, though, is tired and has not played particularly well, so I'll bring in Vinagre as well. Save our last sub. In terms of style of play, I don't think I want to change much. It's not really working, but I'm going to see if we can create something from a set piece. So I'm going to play for set pieces. And I'm going to go a little bit more direct. Look for Sorloth on the header down. We need to find some way to create chances, because what we're doing right now obviously isn't working. I'm going to finish our goalkeeper distribution. They're having way too much of the ball. And I'm going to get stuck in. Do I get stuck in? We're late enough in the game. We only have 1 yellow. I think we can get stuck in. I'm going to push the line up a little bit. We need to be a little bit more attacking. I don't really want to change the mentality, but need to change something. 5 minutes left. Just nothing is happening. Aguilar, tired on a yellow. Awful. He's coming off. Sky's going to come in as a wing-back attack. We need all 3 points. I'm going attacking. I'm going to go slightly more direct. And I think that's all I want to change. I don't want to concede. I think a point is useful. It's not super valuable, but I still would like to have it if I can. But we really need all these 3 points. Like, we can't afford to keep dropping points. And we're going to drop points. What a frustrating game. Like, that second half, I don't feel like either team did anything. They had 1 shot, we had 4. We were just bad. 70% possession in the end. That didn't change in the second half. And we were just straight up bad. Just bad. Defense, Ignacio ends up on a 6.6. I don't know why. How he went up, you'll never be able to explain to me. Novicius on a 6.4. That's not encouraging. We need to be playing well if we have any chance against Bayern Munich. And we just drew and played pretty crappily against a pretty average Porto side. I'm a little worried. You were not good enough tonight. That is a match we should be winning. And if you want to win this league, it's a match we needed to win. The performances across the board were all well below par. If you think you can play like that and get a result against Bayern Munich in Munich, you're kidding yourself. In reality, if you play like that again, you're going to be embarrassed. Step up your game. Well, despite being comprehensively outpossessed, you've managed to avoid defeat. How do you reflect on that performance? We got very lucky today. Could have easily been given a bit of a battering if things had gone a little differently. Just how damaging was it for your team to concede on the brink of halftime like that? It was particularly disappointing as I felt we'd edged the first half. 1-1 in the end. And we still have an advantage over Benfica, but it's only 3 points. We've had multiple advantages to stretch this lead out, and we've choked all of them. we are so lucky Benfica had that sending off and we got the win, because if not, this trying to win this league, it'd be very difficult. Those matches that we played against Benfica mean everything. And they're the only reason right now that we're top of the league. I mean, at least it looks like that draw was good enough to guarantee we're going to finish ahead of Porto. So we're guaranteed a top 2 finish. And they've set our budgets. $39 million for the transfer budget and the wage budget of $2 million, which isn't really any more than we already had in the wage budget. That's actually a little disappointing considering the amount of money we have in the bank. We have $125 million in the bank. And we're going to get a lot more Champions League money very soon. So, the fact they only gave me about $40 million is kind of annoying. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But ultimately, we're not going to get that Champions League money if we don't beat Bayern Munich. Obviously, we'll get some, but if we really want some decent amount of money coming in, and if we really want to, achieve what we want to achieve, we have to get a result against Bayern. And if we carry on like we have the last 2 matches, that's just not going to happen. All right, it is time to take on Bayern Munich. Everyone's fit and ready to go. I hope they put in a better performance, because if they play like they did against Porto, we're not getting through this round. And I feel like my minimum expectation is quarterfinals of the Champions League. So we're going to need to be better. I made a couple changes to the lineup. Romagnoli's come in for Ruan, and Sensi's come in for Nunez. Nunez was terrible last match, so I'm bringing in the more experienced player in Sensi. And Romagnoli's just the guy I trust more in the Champions League. Even though Inacio was awful last match, I still think he's better than Ruan, so I'm still going to start him. And I've made a couple changes to the tactic, just knowing the situation. We need to defend more than anything, so I put both wingbacks on support, and a couple changes to the tactic. I've changed the mentality to cautious, and I've told us to regroup when possession has been lost. I don't think counter-pressing is going to be the right idea. I think it's only going to create opportunities for Bayern. So, maintain our defensive shape, look to regroup, and defend when we give them the ball back. Other than that, I'm still playing the way I like to play. I thought of preventing short goalkeeper distribution and getting stuck in, but if we get a sending off, it's over. So I don't want to risk getting stuck in. I'll save that if we need to get a goal or something. And short goalkeeper distribution, I think kind of the same thing. They've got their striker is Sebastiano Esposito, who has a little bit of size and aerial ability to him. So I'm not going to risk us trying to play it, or them playing it over the top and winning that header on or anything like that. So if they want to play it out of the back, I'm going to let them. So all we need is a win or a draw. A win or a draw. It's not going to be easy, but we've seen before what this team can do when they play to the best of their abilities. I think they can play with and beat anyone. Hopefully that's the team that shows up today. Forget all about that first leg and approach this match with nothing but 100% focus. Away games in the Champions League, especially in the knockouts, and especially against a team the caliber of Bayern Munich, are some of the hardest in the sport. So you're going to have to up your performance levels today. You're going to have to play your A games, and that's what I expect of you. Both teams carry some good recent form into this match. How confident are you? They're a very good team in excellent form. We're going to have to work very, very hard to get something here. The first goal is crucial, right? We like to play with positivity and make sure we're giving ourselves the best chance of a win. Inacio starts again and will no doubt be looking to continue his fine vein of form. How pleased I've been with his performances. He deserves a lot of praise for the way he's been approaching his craft at the minute, and I hope it continues. Last game, not the best performance, but other than that, he's played mostly well. That's a pretty strong Bayern side. Pretty dang strong. I think that's probably as strong as they can put out right now. But, striker-wise, ours are probably both better than what they have. So, I'm quietly confident. Away against Bayern Munich is never easy, but you know what? This team just proves everyone wrong, in the Champions League especially. So, why not today? Muller on the ball. Oh, please don't score immediately. Very good save, Novistich, but the defending was absolutely tragic. I don't know what they were doing there. Bayern are going to have a corner. I doubt anything's going to come from this. We're pretty good from set pieces defensively. And Novistich, with his 18 arrow reach, comes and gets it. 41 minutes in, it's been all Bayern. We've only had one shot, I think. They've had about 8, and they have 2 half chances. So this has been an absolutely terrible start, and Sané's going to score a goal. I think he's offside, though. First impression was that he was just barely offside. Hopefully that's the case, because them scoring right before halftime would be awful, especially with how he played in that first half. And he did score. I was wrong. He was onside. And it's 1-1. We've been absolutely terrible, and now we don't have an advantage. I am very worried. We go into halftime, down 1-0 in the night, 1-1 on aggregate, and we've been atrocious. Just absolutely horrific. I expected them to have a lot of possession, but I didn't expect us to do absolutely nothing going forward. One shot, one on target, .08 XG, and they've been doing all right. Defensively, we've not been good enough. Attacking, which is one of the worst performances I've ever seen from this team. We're not going to win if we don't shoot. It's been really disappointing to watch. I think we all knew we weren't going to win this 1-0 on aggregate. Bayern are likely to score. So the fact you've done absolutely nothing going forward is unacceptable. These matches mean everything to everyone. To you, to me, to all the coaches, to the fans. And right now, you're embarrassing yourselves. 62 minutes in, we've been a little bit better this half, but still haven't seen a highlight for us all game long. Davies on the ball now. This looks like another Bayern attack. Gnabry goes back to Hernandez, into Schlager, out to Wagnermann. Look to attack down this right-hand side. We've got numbers back, but a good ball through to Sané, and we give away a penalty. I mean, just to cap off a just horrific performance, we have to hand them a goal. Awesome. This has been the worst performance I've ever seen from this team. Even worse than when we got thumped by Liverpool, because even then we looked like we tried. We've been completely absent today. We haven't done anything defensively. We haven't done anything going forward. It's been pathetic. 82nd minute, we still have yet to have a highlight. So, Plain is coming off. We're going 3 up top. Screw it. We're going for it. We can't score playing the way we are. So just throw them in forward, throw balls over the top, and hopefully we win a header down and can do something. Because obviously what we're doing is not working. Since he's got a little bit of a knock, so do I take him off? I've moved Gonzalez up to attacking mid. I've taken off Tabata because he was on a 6.1. So, of course, the biggest game of the season, one of our best players over the course of my time here, has the worst game of his career. Awesome. We definitely need to put our wingbacks on attack. What do I do with this second midfield position? I'm going to say I'm not going to play him as a Mazzali here. It's a little bit too much. But do I take him off? He's not played well, but we know he's good. And is Eric Dyer going to change the game? Highly unlikely. So I don't know what to do. I'm considering actually, it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but maybe bringing on another center back and just really pushing our wingbacks on. But no, we need our wingbacks to be attacking with 2 at the back. So, all right, what is my other change? Because I'd have to make it now. 82nd minute, it's now or never. I think I am going to take Sensi off. Our fullbacks have played well, so I don't want to bring on Escaio or Vinagre. Romagnoli and Ignacio obviously have been just absolutely horrific, but bringing on a center back does nothing for me here. And Nuno Santos has never played well in the Champions League, so I'm not bringing him on. I'm going to bring on Dyer. Might not make much sense bring on kind of a more defensive player, but I'm doing it anyways. We're going to play a deep line playmaker on support next to a box-to-box. And we're just pushing on with our wingbacks. We're going attacking. I've put on play for set pieces before just to see if we could create chance that way. Hasn't happened. I'm distributing to him. Yep. Counter pressing now. Making sure we're going to take long kicks. Just going to push the line up to higher. And yeah. That's about all I can do. If they don't score now, it's over. '85th minute, and again, it's Bayern on the ball, and they head it over. And that's probably the highlight. We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes to score a goal. And I would be absolutely shocked if we scored, because we have done nothing. We have done absolutely nothing today. The worst performance I have ever seen from this team. Dyer, have fun. You're by yourself. Why would it put him in the middle? There we go. Yeah. I'm out of subs. Okay. Very attacking. As direct as physically possible. Shoot on sight. I'm going to stop playing for set pieces. I don't want to accidentally waste any time or anything like that. Be more expressive. Take as risky passes as you possibly can if you're going to create a chance. That's what it's going to take. Distribute quickly. Line's going all the way up. Offside trap. That's it. That is literally everything I can do. Can Aguilar play right mid? He can. I'm pushing them up even further. Screw it. If they score, who gives a crap? We have to score. I could change everything back if we do, but we have to score right now. I'm very close to putting a center back up top as well, but unfortunately I can't do that. We already have 3 strikers. But, okay. Whatever. It's now or never. I'm going to do set pieces. I'm going to throw everyone forward on every single set piece. But I doubt we see a highlight. Alright, I've made the change. It's now or never. I literally threw every single person on my team up for every single set piece, even the goalkeeper. So if we don't score now, it's never going to happen. We got 3 minutes to have a highlight. Please. Please, Football Manager. I'm going to stay with you as nothing happens. We get knocked out of the Champions League in the first knockout round, and we are knocked out with a whimper. The worst performance by this team in their history. In what has been their best season in terms of performances. They have legitimately, undeniably, their worst game ever. No one stepped up. No one did anything. That was just pathetic. We weren't good enough! And I don't have the words to express how angry that makes me. We are not any less talented than that other team out there. You know it. I know it. Our fans know it. But the difference is, they showed up today. None of you did. I'm not going to say unlucky. You gave it your best. You worked for it. Because you didn't. I didn't see almost anyone show a single bit of fight through all of those 90 minutes. You don't need to be embarrassed by that performance. Because I'm embarrassed for you. And so are your fans. Think about that. What are your thoughts about the aggregate defeat? I thought we were awful and easily second best. There are some groans. So, literally, I think one player might have played above a 6.4. So, what do you expect me to do? Davies, he's ridiculous. What can I say? He's ridiculously good. But we're not any less talented. I know it. I know it. We have shown it. We just did not show up whatsoever. Our worst performance in our history. Embarrassing. You know what? Look on the bright side. There's one good thing about that pathetic display. The club's going to save some money because everyone is getting fined. 1 week's wages. I can't find Aguilar because our fullbacks were literally the only players that did anything. And I didn't even see them touch the ball, so I can't really guarantee they did anything. Can't find players on loan. Polina, yep, you're getting fined. 1 week. Usually players are fine with a 1 week fine. Sometimes they're not if they didn't really perform that bad. But I think everyone can accept that they should be fined a week's wages from that. Tabata especially. He was horrific. And our strikers, who have been amazing this season, didn't show up. Sesko 6.8, but literally, I don't know if I saw him touch the ball once. Sorloth, awful. Didn't on the bench come on and still play poor enough. No, they didn't play enough minutes, really. Other than Nunez, who didn't have enough time to be awful, apparently. That is frustrating. That is so frustrating. We beat some good teams last year. Over the past 2 years, we beat some really good teams. And I looked at their squad. They're not better than us. They're not. We might not be better than them, but they're not better than us. No one showed up. I was worried after that first leg because, we had the home advantage. We did get the win, but we did not look good. And away games in this game are just a whole nother beast. And that proved it. They absolutely destroyed us. And so, there's no more Champions League to come back for. I don't care about the touch to Portugal. So all we have to play for now is the league. If we don't win the league this season, this has been a catastrophic season. Belenenses and Famalicão, unless Benfica absolutely collapse and drops some points, I have a chance to win it earlier. Doubtful. Or I absolutely collapse. I mean, much more likely considering our last 3 matches. Yeah, we'll see. But probably Belenenses and Famalicão are going to be next episode. I need some time away from this team right now. The 2 performances today have just been horrific, and I don't know where they came from. Look at all these good results. We've been playing so well, and then just out of the blue, we're the worst team in the sport. I'll see you next time. Hopefully then, it's a little bit happier. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.